Hi, it's Meredith. I'm here with our message for Friday the 13th. Insert dramatic music here. September 2019. Actually, I think that Friday the 13th are good fortune days. I read that somewhere, so it must be true. We're using the beautiful Crow Tarot for our message today. Full moon tomorrow in Pisces, so this reading is really intended to be a weekend reading, so it'll cover the 13th, 14th, 15th of September. So check your time zone for your full moon, and full moon is when the moon releases all of its energy. So if you're using moon cycles for manifestation, everything that you've been putting into the full moon energy from the new moon is about to release on the full moon. And the cycle starts over again. So sweet, right? So this is a great time for you to review your manifestation. If you have a love and appreciate list going, like I do, it's a great time to reread it, add to it, light a candle for it if you wish. And, put your crystals outside in the moonlight, run them under some water and put them in the moonlight. Leave them out for 24 hours. Let them get recharged. Really nice if you can put them on the ground. Get some earth energy going there. So, things to consider. All right, let's get into our Crow Tarot. Gosh, this is a gorgeous deck. And our card from the bottom is... How fitting. Oh gosh, I couldn't have planned that one if I tried for Friday the 13th. Great transformational card for us. Beautiful. This is simultaneous endings and beginnings. Excellent for the moon phase as well. That message is still with us from a week or two ago from the guides, saying that we have a bird's eye view of what's in our periphery that is distracting to us, that is no longer of service or purpose. We're still in a cleansing phase from that, and perhaps we're going to feel a lightness of being come over us with that energy. And here we see the crow's spirit leaving the crow body here in the death card. This is, that's interesting. The guides are saying to me that this is a light at the end of the tunnel moment for us. So we are transitioning, transforming, transmuting certain aspects of our life, and we're going to watch them fly away into a sweeter frequency, which is a message that we've been getting quite a bit lately from the aces as we see them turn over in the cards. We are amplifying frequencies. So this is the junk in the periphery. I shouldn't call it junk because it has value. It's served a purpose. It's helped shape who we are in this now moment. It's all very valuable, worthy of celebration and savoring. So we can honor the process in the death card of what is no longer of service and purpose to us on its way out. So this is how we're beginning our reading. And let's see how it influences the rest of the reading. Woo! Alright, that's a few too many there. Yeah, way too many. But I do love when they jump like that. It's a good sign. That means the deck is ready to talk. Our first card. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, look who's back. The Wheel of Fortune. Excellent. This is truly excellent. We saw it last week. We saw it more than once last week. And it's a 10, so there's fulfillment here. Fulfillment and completion. Achievement even. More than that, though, it's allowing and receiving. That's what I feel off the wheel. I feel that we are at peace in our process, whatever our process may be. And I know in yesterday's reading, the cards touched on the fact that some of us are in a certain process and it's not quite at its end and there's work for us to do in it. And I love seeing the wheel here. And it was keep your eye on the outcome, seeing yourself on the other side of the situation. The wheel showing up here feels like the universe saying, trust me, I've got you, I'm delivering. I refer to this card as the divine delivery system. It delivers a whole lot. It touches upon some of our repetitive energies, pardon, because it brings opportunity back around for us, much like the Judgment card, and we get to reconsider and reconcile energies off this card. And what a great pairing here with the Death card, because we're letting stuff go, which means that we're revisiting it in some way. We've reconciled it in some way, and it can be released. It can be honored and released. And then the divine delivery system of the universe keeps that wheel turning for us, and it continues to deliver information, ideas, inspiration, cards flying out of the deck. What's this one? We got two, and I'm going to take them both. Ha! We have another 10, and what's underneath it? Ooh, the 7 of Swords. Ooh, we'll get to that. All right, so inspiration and so much more, because whatever's leaving, we're making room for whatever's replacing it. That can be intentional, that can be spontaneous, it can be super deliberate. Like we just suddenly realize, wow, I have the time, the energy, the space to expand into something new and different. Now we have the 10 of Pentacles showing up again. And in yesterday's reading, that card showed up twice by adding other cards together. We had the Ace of Pentacles and the 9, and then we had the 3 and the 7, which all together, when you add the Ace and the 9, you get the 10. The 3 and the 7, you get the 10. So it showed up twice, and here it is again today for us. Pardon, rolling right off the Wheel of Fortune. This card is energy that we are passing onward. You can take this literally as in inheritance, something generational, something you're handing down to your children, or something that's been handed down to you. The focus, though, is on fulfillment, long-term happiness, what you're doing in the now. Pardon my froggy voice today. What you're doing in the now that pays reward forward and brings on the long-term happiness. So if you are in a process like we were speaking about over here, the work you're doing in the now has great benefit for your oncoming. We have the 7 of Swords with it. The 7 of Swords, all 7s, as I remind you, they are heaven touching earth within the tarot. And that happens within us, within our heart space. And this card today is telling us, we have a choice. Do you want to be in fear, or do you want to be in love? If you're in fear, you're allowing fear to rob you of your joy in the moment. Now that could be very important for you. The Death card could have you considering or reconsidering how you're reacting to experience. And that in itself will provide the necessary contrast so that you can see what's coming off the wheel karmically, how you have created the situations you find yourself in, and how the universe has your back and is willing to deliver all the resources, joy, love, happiness you require to fulfill your dreams, goals, and desires. So momentary visits within the 7 of Swords can give us, oh wait, is that 7? Oh, it's the 8. Well, you know what? I'm going to go with it because that's what I saw. But it is the 8, and it does create a mental trap in a way if you decide to stay there. So, cute. All right, I'm going to stick with the story of the 7 because obviously it has meaning. There's a reason for that. So, if you find yourself midway through the process we're talking about here, the Death card is excellent for you to introduce to the situation. If you're feeling some kind of stagnation or frustration, or if your response reaction is negative, self-defeating, and not fulfilling. You have two strong fulfillment cards here. So take the moment to appreciate the contrast. Embrace the message that's on the 7 of heaven touching earth within us, and understand that those moments, if you linger there, can rob you of your joy. Now, let's move into the 8 of Swords message. Okay, these moments of contrast can create a mental trap. That's where the hamster wheel starts spinning. That's where we jump on and run for our lives, right? And pretty soon the vulture thoughts are circling, and they're going to pick over our bones, Death card, unless or until we make a shift and a change. And here you see with the wheel and the 10 of coins that you have rich resource to choose from. Are you going with fear, or are you going with love? If you find yourself in fear, appreciate even that, because your thoughts have the ability to set you free here. Your thoughts and your emotions. Process the emotions. Think new thoughts. Challenge your thoughts. Challenge your belief systems. And set yourself free from the 8 of Swords. There's a message in that card. First, it's an 8, so it's really strong and enduring. You have to trust your enduring spirit. And sometimes dig deep for the inner strength. Understand that the ties that bind are not tight. You can get them. You can get them off all by yourself. And the blindfold, that comes off as soon as you free your own hands or wings there. What it's telling you is that you have the power. It's within you. And you can't even look outside yourself for help or rescue in this situation because you're blindfolded. You're being encouraged to look within to your inner strength and know that it's all going to come from you. Next card. Ooh, see, look at that. It's falling out. The High Priestess. Beautiful. You know, while you've got the blindfold on, take advantage of it. And go within to your intuition. Pay attention to the oracle message within you. You are your own oracle. The High Priestess, as I remind you, does not give us answers. She'll provide guidance. She might shine a light in a certain direction, and we see it and head that way. Gosh, when I'm looking at the High Priestess today, I'm seeing temperance for some reason. So there must be an element of that within the card for us today. So there's change, there's alchemy within the High Priestess and the message that she brings. And see, that's just how the inner oracle works. I'm looking at that card and I see the High Priestess spelled out. But really, in my periphery, I'm seeing temperance. That's my inner oracle. Just like the 7 and the 8 of Swords there. That's how the inner oracle works. You know, these happy circumstances, these happy little coincidences, so to speak, where we see something from a different angle, and it allows us to expand our wisdom, knowledge in the moment. So the High Priestess also brings a message for us of discretion. This may not be the time to talk about the things that are in your heart space. They may need to incubate there a bit longer. They may need to grow and take real good root there. This is what I'm feeling in connection to the full moon energy. So whatever you were manifesting for in the new moon phase, it's potentially going to release and blossom in the full moon phase, and it may be something you want to continue to hold sacred in your heart space while it goes through the full moon phase, High Priestess. On the other side of that, you can reevaluate what you desire to share about that with the people who are important to you. Okay. Still shuffling, so I'm going to go for it. This card just turned itself sideways for me. We have the 2 of Cups. We've got 2 10s right here and here, and we have 2 2s. Two of Cups, what a beauty. And look, she's got the Ace of Cups in her. She's actually got all of them. The wands, the swords, the coins, the Ace of Cups. But I see progress in this. Here again, this is how the High Priestess works. I see the Ace of Cups, which is the divine and cosmic gift of love being poured into your life. And this is what fills your cup. This is what creates the overflow. Out of the overflow comes your broadcast, the energy that you contribute to the world. And that flows into your ripple effect and out into your energy bodies, into your sphere of influence, and then back around again for you. So let's revisit the 7-8 of Swords right here and remind ourselves, if we find that we are in a fearful place, we do not need to add more fear to it by that simple discovery of, oh gosh, I'm getting it wrong. Oh, look, I'm in fear. And potentially now I've delayed my manifestation because I'm in fear. That's the moment to love yourself. That's the moment to open up your heart, to open up your arms and say, thank you for showing me that you were even there. Anyone connected to it, thank you for contributing to this, because now I see it with clarity. Now I feel it with my intuition. And now I can bring resolution, connection to it. The Two of Cups is a beautiful love card. So we have the Ace flowing in off the High Priestess and then moving consecutively to the Two. It shows progress, it shows growth, it shows the change and the transformation we've got going on over here. You can see the Ace of Cups is part of the Ten of Coins and part of the Wheel of Fortune as well. And when we were seeing this card last week or the week before, the feeling was it was being powered by, its momentum was being creating the turn in the wheel off the Ace of Cups. I still feel that that's here. Seeing it in the High Priestess card, now pulling the Two of Cups as well. So take this where it's relevant to you. This can be you in the Two of Cups in the process we're speaking about over here. This can be you in relationship to yourself. Look at that great big heart right there between those two cups. This could be between you and your beloved. My feeling here is, whatever the situation, you are deep in the work of it on your own self, the spiritual journey work within your own self, and you're following your intuition, you're leaning into your feelings and your emotions, and it is creating this beautiful union over here on the Two. Ace, Two. Long-term happiness, Wheel of Fortune. The hand of the universe is absolutely in this. And over here on the Death card, over it all, we're letting go of what no longer has a purpose, but we're doing it with gratitude and appreciation and love because it has shaped these very moments. So celebrate that full moon, celebrate your place in the process that you're in, and enjoy the ride. That's what I feel. All right, let's move on to Angel Answers. You can ask a question if you wish. This can be a fresh reading for you or confirmation to something that's unfolding here for you. Well, we have two that just fell out. First, get more information. Yeah, we'll put this right here between our 7-8 of Swords and our High Priestess. Get more information. That feels as though it will come through the intuition. The one that came with it was romance. I'll put it with the Two of Cups. That goes so nicely with the message just now about your beloved relationships. Feeling into that, considering. Some of you are just at the beginning, just at the threshold with your romance of a lifetime within your own self. And you're considering, with the Death card, the 7-8 of Swords there, how you can love yourself more expansively and at a much more favorable frequency. Because as you do that, you have that to offer all of your relationships. But imagine bringing that to your beloved relationship. All right, next card. Okay, I think this is the third time in a row recently we've seen this one. Be assertive. Yeah, this is a dust off the cobwebs card, and where you've dragged your feet and procrastinated in whatever these processes are for you and these relationships and what you're in consideration of with your own self. Let's just say the romance card is your relationship to self. Is there an aspect of your life you've been neglecting and not loving or nurturing? Have you not been eating as well as you really want to be or desire to be? Can you make some changes there and love yourself more, which brings you vibrancy, well-being, and then you have that to shine into all of your energy bodies, right? And then you have that to give energetically to all of your relationships, and then you have the very best of you to offer your beloved relationship. Consider it. Be assertive with yourself. If you're procrastinating and you don't like how that feels, bring the death card there. Transform it. Bring in a different frequency. And the universe will step toward you powerfully. And then ask yourself, is what I'm procrastinating or delaying actually delaying my long-term happiness and fulfillment? All right, one more card. Forgiveness. Yeah, don't be hard on yourself. Forgive that. If you haven't been doing it and you're stepping up to it, be grateful that you are. It provided the necessary contrast so you could make a new choice anyway. All right, last card comes from The Universe Has Your Back. This is our affirmation for this nice weekend. My happiness is a perfect reflection of my level of faith in the universe. Do you not love how these cards summarize everything so beautifully? Thank you, everybody, for watching. It's appreciated. Do like, share, subscribe here on the channel. Leave a comment if it's in your heart. I love the comments you've been leaving lately. They're full and they're detailed and really inspiring. Thank you so much. And have a beautiful weekend. Go dance and howl under that full moon. Bye for now, everybody.